Hello and welcome back to my channel. So in this video we are going to be seeing what does the month of October is having in store for you. So we will be asking certain questions related to career, money and financial abundance. So we will check what is the financial theme for the month of October for you, for the collective. What career or money blocks you must release, as this is an amazing time for releasing also, and what should you take as an action or like a bold action, because the Aries will be in the full moon. In the last videos I have discussed about the planetary changes and the astrological alignment. What opportunities or contracts are aligned with you, what mindset will attract more abundance in this month, and what practical steps should you take before the new moon. Okay, and what is your prosperity guidance for the month of October. So let's see. We'll check with the tarot cards, and this is my tarot. I have a very good feeling that October is going to be a month for a lot of you for attracting financial abundance and bringing a lot of I feel a lot of abundance may be in store. So let's see. I don't have any idea what's going to come up in these cards. So let's be open towards what the reading will be showing, and let's see what's coming. Okay. So first question: what is the financial theme for the month of October? What is the financial theme for the month of October? The first card is Seven of Cups. So I see a lot of illusions may be in play, a lot of different options, too many things, scattered vision, and maybe you're not really aware about like which path to choose, what options to choose. Maybe you have a lot of options, lot of things. So there can be illusions, right? First card is coming for the month. What is the financial theme for the month of October? I'll take 4 cards. What is the financial theme? Two of Cups. Very good. So this shows like very deep kind of partnerships. The some things that are going to be some work that will be fueling the month of October for financial prosperity will be coming from partnership. Now this can be love partnership, this can be business partnership, this can be some kind of contract signing, but yeah, definitely some sort of strong support system as partners will be a guiding factor for the month of October. And what other energy? What is the financial theme for the month of October? What is the financial theme for the month of October? Ace of Wands. Amazing. Now this speaks so strongly. This is like such a powerful card when you are talking about the financial theme. I mean, Ace of Wands is a fire energy. It's an energy of something new beginning, enthusiasm, something starting with a lot of power, a lot of force, a lot of energy. Whether it's financial, when we are talking about finances, then there's a lot of growth, a lot of new beginnings coming in finances, and definitely this is going to be very good. Now I'll take the cards first, and then we will get deeper into the reading. Let's see what another card for the financial theme for the month of October. And I've put these flowers for my background, which is for the fall vibe. I'm thinking of redecorating my room. So yeah, I mean, I think the as you can see in this card, also the leaves are falling, and fall is a time when the leaves are falling, when things are, leaves are falling, and that's autumn, the beginning, and October is the beginning of the fall season. Like it starts from September, but that vibe will be coming in October. So a lot of new passion, I think a lot of new energy that you can bring in by even changing the decor of your space, changing the mindset, getting a lot of something that will create a spark within you, that will inspire you, that will make you feel enthusiastic and energetic on a daily basis. So those things should be done, and yeah, then that will be very powerful for you to manifest as well. So manifestation power will be very high because Ace of Wands is here. And what is the financial theme for the month of October? Two of Pentacles. I see you making decisions, so there has to be something. And bottom of the deck is the Ten of Pentacles. Wow. Now I'll get deeper into the reading later on, but if I just see it from the cards, what I see is month of October has the potential to create this for you, which is the Ten of Pentacles. And this means building legacy, building generational wealth, building something very foundational, something that is so solid that it is going to help you, it's going to help you like not just make money, but it will be helping you to create wealth. It's not fast money or like financially there are like instant money, like quick gratification, and then there are steps that will help you to create generational wealth. So this is going to be that kind of a time where your decisions are so potent and so important that you are aligned to create generational wealth. And the next card below it is the Nine of Cups. So this is a wish fulfillment. This is definitely speaking about something that you've been wishing for, something that you've been waiting for. Maybe for a decade, you have been waiting for something, things to align and work for you. This is going to be the time when you're going to experience that timeline shift, that finally it'll be working in your favor. And this is going to be a time of change. 555 um, on my screen right now, I just saw. So what I see is there's going to be a lot of options. Okay, you might want to be illusioned by different opinions of people, different routes that you can take, but you should choose partnership. You should choose something that will bring you long-term fulfillment, and that spark is required. And then you will be balancing maybe resources, whether you should put in this thing or that thing, or between making decisions. And you have to be very careful while taking those decisions, because there can be illusions. So you just have to make sure that you do not get carried away with too many options. So I think writing them down and prioritizing it, and in the priority list partnership should be number one, and something that is sparking joy in you, something that is making you inspired, something that you see will be aligned with generational wealth should be the focus. Because Ten of Pentacles is clearly showing that this is going to be an era of a new beginning. And I use the word era probably because this is going to be something that will actually you know align you with your purpose. So that is amazing for the financial theme for the month of October. And you can see the cards. I mean, it's speaking 7 2 1 2. Okay, so take decisions properly. So October is going to be all about making decisions, and those decisions should be aligned with partnership. Those decisions should be aligned with making a move to begin something, to start fresh, just to end things, things that are not working out. Just let them go. Baggages of the past needs to be let go, because it is also in sync with the autumn season of letting go and inviting something fresh, inviting new beginnings. Okay, so maybe if things were not working out in the past, and if you had certain mind patterns about not really being sure about whether something will work out or not, you are given heads up that you are going to have your wish fulfillment. Okay, and this is amazing. This is so good. Now I'll get into detail of the reading later. I mean, I'm just seeing the cards and I'll just tell you what I see. Now next question is, what career or money block you must release? So what kind of career or money block? Card just flew out. Knight of Cups. Okay, so the first card on what you should let go of to release your money block is Knight of Cups. Okay, I'll tell you the details. Another card, what career or money block you must release. Not so many cards, I just want one card at a time. What career or money block should you release? What career or money block should you release? Page of Swords reversed. I'll take the reverse card. What career or money blocks you must release? What career or money blocks you must release? 8 of Wands. Oh wow. What career or money blocks you must release now? What career or money blocks you must release now? And the 7 of Pentacles. Oh my god, wow. And bottom of the deck is Temperance. So I clearly see that what is really required for you to release right now with the Knight of Cups is emotionally getting attached to outcomes, emotionally getting involved in the process, too much of emotions related to work needs to be avoided. I mean, you should let go, you should release the pain of the past. You should release the pain of the failures, of what did not work out, what could have and what didn't go through. You need to release that, and you need to move forward with with a very positive energy. Okay, and please, it's my fault, Decor. Let it be, please. You can stay there. It's fine. Stay here. Stay. Sit down. Stay. Okay. Yeah, you're coming in the camera. Yeah, you're there. Chill. Stay there. Okay. Please stay. So you need to think of the future. I have a lot of cats, and 3 of them are like the nicest ones. They're sitting right here. How amazing! And one is sitting here, one sitting there. So a lot of cats. So basically, when you're moving forward, you should be moving forward with a lot of happiness and a lot of joy, a lot of belief in the a belief system in the universe. How cute, man. So, you need to move forward with hope, with positive energy, and knowing that whatever is aligned for you, you are on the right path, and you trust the universe, and the universe will not fail you. You need to have faith in the universe and move ahead with a good energy. So, what you need to release is any kind of emotional blockages you have. Emotional blockages are very damaging because they directly influence your subconscious, and that kind of like slows you down, because anything that did not work out in the past, it has gone in the past and it doesn't have to be repeated again. So that is something that you need to let go of. Another blockage that needs to release right now, I feel, is the Page of Swords reversed, which means that feeling of you need to learn more, you have to see and observe more, you have to, you're not perfect yet, to make stuff, to do things. So learning is a lifelong thing, but the feeling of not feeling enough and not knowing enough and not being enough is something that you have to let go of. I mean, you can, or if you think that you know everything, then that thought also needs to go, by understanding that learning is a constant process and it should go on. And when it comes to your finances, then maybe you need to learn one or two things, but then that should not become a blockage. That should not become something that stops you in believing in yourself, or because in the past maybe you did not know certain things, and that's why you probably, some things might have worked, some things might not have worked. That should not become a deterring point. So learn in one hand and do on the other. Don't get into the paralysis of I have to learn more, and I have to, I don't know a lot of things and I have to know more. So that is something I think that needs to be avoided. That feeling of not knowing, feeling of not, not having adequate knowledge. So that should not become a stopping point. I mean, that can become a point that one needs to learn at a constant rate and move ahead. And then the third card has come as the Eight of Wands. So what you need to release is the fear of movement, fear of changes, and fear, or maybe it's a fear that you have, you don't want to go to places, and you don't want to, or you feel you are stagnated, or you think you're always going to be stuck, you know. So that needs to change. You should be ready and willing to. You should be ready and willing to travel, go to new places. It should not be a fear that you can't do that. you're very well capable enough to travel if it requires. If it requires you to go to new places, you should be okay with it. If you have to communicate with people, then you should be okay with it. You should not you should be ready to release any kind of fears related to communication or traveling. You don't want to talk to people, you don't want to go to new places, you don't want to travel, that kind of thought needs to be released, and it should be like a quick movement. So I think that quick energy needs to be brought in, and the stagnancy should be released. Always being feeling stuck, being here will not change. That kind of thought process needs to change to, if need be, I'll travel, I'll talk, I'll communicate, and the fear of communication should not, block you. And the next thing is the Seven of Pentacles. What needs to be released is this constant anxiety, the constant worry and anxiety related to finances or related to money. And money is never enough. Money is not, there for me, or like, I have to save more and I have to do more and this and that. That kind of anxious energy needs to be changed, because you are asked to release that. You are asked to be free. You are asked to be moving, and moving. You can only move when you are not weighed down. Maybe in the past you had to wait for a very long time for some things for them to work out, and maybe it did not work out that quickly. So that patience that you had, it did not go waste. So you need to release all the worries related to what if it doesn't work out for me, because a cycle is ending for you and a new chapter is beginning for you, and there are always constant changes in the way our lives take turns, and how things change. So that needs to be there. So do not get afraid for transformation, or do not have any fears related to the future or finances. Yeah. Next, where should you take bold actions? Aries in full moon influence. Where should you take bold actions? So in what sector should you take bold actions? In what sector should you take bold actions? The sun. Oh my god. Okay. You need to take bold action to be free spirited. Anything that makes your spirit feel light, anything that makes you feel very joyful. So in your daily routine, you need to take bold actions for your morning routine, how you start your day. So you need to take bold actions about, your house, your, the whole energy of your home, whether it's radiating love, is it radiating warmth, is it radiating freedom, is it radiating happy vibes, joyful vibes? If yes, then great, make it more happening. If not, then make it something that is inspiring joy and creating a lot of, the Ace of Wands that also come. So make it a very happy space to be in. You have been asked to connect with the sun, so probably see more of sunlight, go more in the sun, enjoy more under the sun, feel more inner joy in being in the going outside, enjoying those things that makes you feel carefree. Maybe like go for a horse ride, or like in the park, or get some new fresh flowers in your house, that will make you feel very happy. Maybe if you are into soft toys, and get some unicorn soft toys and horse and stuff. Like, just do some things that are going to be making you very excited and happy. So maybe if you're not waking up in the mornings, then start connecting with your mornings. Well, like, start waking up earlier. Or if your mornings are not very structured, then start bringing that cozy, happy autumn, fall vibes to your morning. So like, light a candle, do yoga, do good skincare when you're doing, and enjoy the process. Have lot of flowers, and that will spark joy. So what bold steps you need to take? So these are the bold steps to beautify your space, to feel joyful, to choose you. These are the bold steps you have to take. Second bold step you need to take is the Empress. So this is beautiful. Empress is the Venusian energy. So if you're a woman watching it, then you need to connect with your feminine energy. So be um, be happy to spend time with yourself, like to create something, to make something, to dance. It's a very fertile energy. So um, maybe you are expecting a baby, or maybe you are planning to have a baby. So take bold steps on that. Connect with your um, Empress vibes, and that these are the bold steps you have to take. Wear nice clothes, feel good, do some makeup, go out in the nature more, bring nature home, make your home a very growing thing. So like connect with the growth energy, and that makes you feel good and see like a lot of things growing. Okay, so maybe it's your family, maybe it's your business, and obviously it starts from yourself. Maybe you have to take care of your hair, um, oil your hair, feel good, like get a good body massage and nurture yourself. It's a lot of nurturing. Give yourself and nurture others. Nurture your surrounding, the people who are connected with you, maybe your spouse, your children, your family. So give. It's more about giving, and while you give, you should also take care of yourself. So bold steps needs to be taken on that, connecting with your Empress energy. And for men, it's maybe if you're a man watching it, then connect with your feminine, that's the your female counterpart, and bring harmony and balance to that energy. Nurture her would be Nurturing her would bring more abundance in your life for sure, because when you nurture your woman, you, oh wow, the King of Cups have come, right? So bold steps for the King of Cups. So as a man, the King of Cups means emotional maturity, and the Six of Wands. Wow. So these are the bold steps that you have to take. Feel emotionally mature, and say what you need. Bring fresh flowers for your girl. Nurture yourself. So it's talking about a lot of energy to nurture yourself and your partner, and acknowledge the fact that you have come a long way and you are enough, and a lot of recognition for you. So give yourself that recognition. Appreciate more, or appreciate yourself and your spouse, or bring that energy of appreciation, of celebration, of achievement, and be emotionally mature to express, and to express love. As a woman, if see the Empress and the King of Cups, I mean these are such positive cards that have come, and Ten of Wands is like reversed. So I see that you have to give take away your stress, and understand that you have to delegate things whenever it's required, and you have to connect this moment with the inner joy, and with your King of Cups and the Empress energy. So these are beautiful cards. I mean, it's speaking about nurturing. As a man, nurture your woman. As a woman, nurture your man and yourself. You know, bring fresh flowers for your girl. The woman needs to be in an alignment with your energy, which is very positive. So this is so much. I mean, this is a lot of things, and a very very positive card. So these are the bold steps that you have to take. Maybe till now you were not really taking them, so this is a good time that you start not ignoring it, and whatever you have achieved till now, then like feel good about it, and maybe you can journal it, or you can click a picture of all your achievements and put them on a wall. Celebrate your achievements basically, and lot more achievements will be coming. Celebrate yourself, celebrate your partner, and connect with your inner child. So these are the bold steps you'll have to take. In details, I'll be connecting with these cards again. What mindset will attract abundance? What mindset will attract abundance this month? What mindset will attract abundance this month? Ten of Pentacles. So the mindset of making something solid, something foundational, something that is going to grow for generations, something that will grow beyond you. Not just you, but your next generations will be benefiting from it. Wow, 11:11 on clock. Wish fulfillment. So the mindset that is required this month is to stay aligned with something that will grow in future, that will also create something that will grow in the future also. Growth not just right now. See, when you put a seed, then you don't get the fruit right now, right? You also tend to, you have to wait and you have to nurture it and you have to grow it and you have to be patient for it, for the tree to grow, and then it'll have fruits in it that you can enjoy not just today but also tomorrow. Not just you but your children and your grandchildren too. So that is the kind of energy you are having for the month of October. You're going to be building something that is going to grow generationally, and you should be aligned with that kind of growth, so that it yeah, that is the thing. You need to grow something that will create a foundational basis for money to flow in from multiple directions at an increasing volume, not for you but for your children too. And connect with your wish fulfillments. So it's a very powerful energy to manifest. The more positive you stay, the more aligned you are, the more happier you are, more you will be manifesting faster and you will be getting the results. The more anxiety oriented you will be, anxious you will be, and you want results instantly, that is going to be not good for you, because that is going to keep you out of alignment. So do not think that, whatever you work in today, you have to get a result right now. You have to have the idea of tomorrow, 5 years down the line, 10 years down the line, 15 years down the line. That kind of a mindset should be there. Now next thing, what kind of mindset will attract abundance this month? Legacy mindset first of all, wish fulfillment mindset second of all. Yes, again the Knight of Cups just flew out. So give commitment. Commitment needs to be given to the work that you do. Maybe you'll have to sign some contracts. Maybe you have to, you have to commit to the financial overflow. You have to commit to the work. You cannot have something which is overnight, okay? You have to give it love and nurture it with love. Then what kind of, one more card for what kind of mindset is required? Wow, the Magician mindset. Man, and bottom of the deck is the Death. So, oh my god, and beneath that is the Ten of Cups. Alright, so let me just explain. The Magician mindset is saying that whatever you want and whatever you have been wanting, you have full potential, resources, and everything that is required for it to come in the third dimension, in the 3D plane. From the 5D plane, you have all of it to manifest that. So for this, you just have to align your energy. Wherever energy flows, what do you call that? Energy flows, growth happens where energy flows. So what grows, energy flows. Wherever energy flows, it grows. Yeah, like whatever grows, you have to flow the energy. So if you're flowing your energy to anxiety and stress and insecurities and fears, then that's what is going to grow. And if you align your energy to what you want your life to be 5 years down the line, 10 years down the line, and in the long run with the Ten of Pentacles energy, then that is what is going to grow. So you have to accept the transformation that is happening inside of you, that today you're not just thinking about right now, but more about today, tomorrow, and years later. So you have the Magician power. So you have to completely align your focus and your actions to make that happen. And when I say focus, I also mean what you feel from it. So that feeling it becomes very, very important. So when you want to make a wish fulfillment, you have to be that, like you have to feel that. So if you want to say, get this, suppose you want this oracle card and you have been really wanting to get this card, where you've really been wanting to have this card, and say you saw it in Amazon and you want to order this, you can just get that, right? You just have to pay for it and you'll get it. But before getting it, just feel how did it feel to have it. It feels so good, right? I mean, it would be so great to have this card and you can just see some messages from it, and you can just like get guidance from it, and the feeling of it is like so good. I mean, it feels great. So the good feeling needs to be lived right now. The more you are in that good feeling, good things will be attracted towards you, and the more you are in that wish fulfillment feeling, you'll be fulfilling a lot of wishes. So since I have taken this out, let me just take one oracle card for you. Let's see, for the month of October, what kind of mindset is required that will attract more abundance. So this is going to attract abundance. Wow, the community card. Okay, so the mindset of being in a community, and whatever adventures you're doing, share it with your community. The more you will be sharing, the more you'll be taking, making a community, building it up, connecting with, suppose you're a businessman and then you're connecting with the supply side, so you make a community over there. You'll be connecting with the demand side, you make a community over there, and then end of the day you'll have a lot of people with whom you're connected with, and that will help you fulfill your adventures. And there'll be a lot of flow of wealth that is going to happen. So you have to flow and connect with the like-minded people. What other mindset shifts, mindset needs to be, what is required to attract abundance this month? Yes, forgiveness. So forgive yourself, forgive others, so that will bring you the inner peace. So anything that you feel has been wronged, did not work out, but maybe you wanted something, universe did not give it to you at that point of time, so don't get mad at universe. Just forgive yourself and forgive your surroundings and forgive everything, so that you can be in that state of peace, and that state of peace will give you the inner joy. Because when you are creating a hell inside, then you cannot make good things come to you. So forgive everybody, your parents, your friends, your community, your closest surroundings, the people you know, things that worked out, opportunities that were missed, anything. Maybe you're angry with God, just forgive everybody, just let it go and release that heaviness from yourself, because you have to get into a very light spirit, that light energy, that childlike energy of joy, of seeing, of fulfillment, of adventure. So to get there, you can't hold on to that heaviness, and when you hold on to the heaviness, that will just make you stay stuck, and things will not move, and you keep repeating past patterns. So you'll have to forgive and let it go, because autumn is the best time for things to end and new things to begin. And this is a very special month, because it's my husband's birthday also this month, and I'm excited, as like this is like my second birthday in 1 year. I'm so excited for his birthday. So that excitement, that birthday excitement should come in you. That happy energy needs to be channeled. I mean, it doesn't come from outside. Happiness is completely a self concept, so you have to build that up. And then one more question: what practical step should you take before the new moon? What practical step should you take before the new moon? 8 of Cups. Walk away from all those things. Walking away from all those things that did not work out in the past. So new moon is a time, as you know, to grow. Okay, it's a time to manifest, it's a time to put energy into things that we want to grow. So if you want something to grow, the intention setting is done during new moon, and full moon is a time when you release things. So when 8 of Cups is coming in this, it means lost opportunities should be just let go, just let that go. And practical step would be focusing on new opportunities, focusing on what can work out now, focusing on self healing. And self healing is must, because only when you will be healed, you'll be able to run again and grow again. So growth is never a simple process. Growth can be very painful, but letting go of that pain and growing irrespective is important. Next is the Hangman. Practical step for the new moon: you have to see things in a new light, in a new perspective. A new kind of perspective is required to see things in your life. So whatever has happened till now, see it from a new light and try to change your own perspective. Then what practical steps should you take before the new moon? New perspective, new step that you should take is Ten of Wands, saying that you should allocate work to others. You should be asking people for help and delegating things. Don't take all the burden on yourself. Don't try to, do all the work by yourself, because that way you are going to get really burnt out. You are asked to um, release the worries and pass it on to others also. And the King of Pentacles, so this is a practical step you have to take, is you have to see what will create that long term security in you and the long term stability. It's not just financially, but financial stability is connected with grounding energy. So how can you ground yourself? Make a plan for it, work on that, and whatever will be making you feel very stable and connected, you need to take that step. So maybe make a solid financial plan for your future. Start something that will financially help you grow more. um, Spend more time on earth. Do a lot of meditation that helps you to ground your energy. Eat a lot of red fruits, wear red clothes, have red things in your room. So that your root chakra is activated, and that will help you in grounding. Also, there are a lot of money rituals that you can do. Make a money bowl that will attract more money in your life. You can light a diya with yellow mustards and kapoor in it. That really attracts blessings of mala, and that will grow. Or financially, where can you keep your money? How can you grow your money? Focus on those aspects. How you can save money and grow money and invest money. Instead of worrying about money, make change your mindset to how you can be saving, growing, and money. So what is the prosperity guidance? What opportunities or contracts are aligned with you? 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 The Queen of Cups. So you will be definitely receiving a contract this month, um, that you're waiting for, that you have been wanting, and you're very quietly waiting for it. So it will make you feel very emotional. So you're going to attract that. The Queen of Wands, contract that will make that will activate your fiery side. You'll be taking bold actions. You'll be stepping out more in your power energy. That contract will also be coming for you. What opportunities or contracts are aligned? Ten of Cups. Wow. I mean, a very balanced life, a completely balanced life, where your love life, your work life, your emotional health, your power, you will be so much in your power to balance your career and your home. And you will have the, energy and enthusiasm to just make all of it work so beautifully, and that too in the best form. Because see, in the emotional side also, you'll be the Queen of Cups. So that's the queen energy of receiving. And the Queen of Wands, very fiery, go-getter energy. If you're talking about business or work life, you'll be getting things done like really in your power. And the Ten of Cups, so her house, which is filled with like so much of love and happiness and joy, overflowing joy. That's beautiful. And what opportunities or contracts are aligned? And the Page of Pentacles. So definitely you're going to get a lot of money opportunities that will bring in a lot of rewards, a lot of recognition, and you'll be like, spoken about with highly about you. And what is your prosperity guidance? So this is amazing. I mean, it can't get better than this. What prosperity guidance is coming for you? Ten of Swords. Okay. What is the prosperity guidance for October? The Empress. The prosperity guidance for October. The World. Prosperity guidance for October. And the Fool, wow, it just totally makes so much sense. Bottom of the deck is the Three of Swords and the Lovers. Wow, I can't believe it. I'm getting chills, like really. So if there has been like something that you have felt, in the past has like kept you heartbroken or did not work. I mean, you felt like stabbed or really fell down in a situation where you were like really, really very heartbroken about things, like how you expected things to work out but it did not work out for you, and that left some real pain in yourself, like in your system. So you are being asked to release that because the worst is over. With the World card, that chapter is over and you have been asked to move in this new chapter with a lot of fresh energy and enthusiasm, because this new chapter is going to be extremely filled with growth. There's a lot of growth here. Okay, you see so much growth and so much. This is beautiful. So you're asked to like move into this new phase with a lot of excitement and believing in the universe. You can see how this person is stepping ahead, looking up. So just like that, look at, believe in universe and take a leap forward. Take a leap into the unknown with a belief in the universe and in the um, in Almighty, and know that things will work out for you and you do not have to worry and you do not have to feel stressed. And heartbreaks is a part of life, so just know that it's okay. Heart was broken. How can I heal it? Because now you have to step into the phase where there'll be a lot of love. I mean, I see if you're in a relationship, then the relationship will become much stronger and the quality of the relationship will definitely improve so much. Like from this to the Lovers would be like, you'll feel lot of support, love and happiness and partnership. Maybe it's a twin flame kind of connection which will be doing, a lot of healing will happen in there. And with the Three of Wands, I see a lot of growth and planning for the future that is going to happen. And if you're single, then you'll be attracting someone new. If somebody had broken your heart in the past, so it has gone in the past, just let it go and take a leap of faith in the future with the Fool card and the World card and the Empress, which is showing growth and fertility, and something beautiful is coming up for you. Okay, so that is something so amazing. It was such a pleasure and honor. If you have watched my video till now, then I'm very, 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 very grateful to you. It's a new channel, and I feel very loved and happy that, so whenever you watch the video, then please leave a small emoji of a unicorn in the end, just to let me know that you've seen it till the end. And I don't know who's going to watch it, but I just want to make these videos to reach those people who need deliberately some guidance, and that I can channel and send to you right now. And I'm going to take Moon card in the end, to tell you what else I can psychically guide you with. A time for healing. So this is a beautiful time for healing. So focus your energy into healing yourself, into, so I think you should make moon water also. This is a guidance that I can give you in the end. What I'd say is, take a bottle of water, put some rose water in it or any essential oil in it that smells good, and keep it out in the moon, on the 7th and on the full moon night, if it's not on the 7th, whenever you're watching it. And then store that water and use it to take bath, and have faith in your dreams. So dreams are very potent and they have total energy to come true. You just have to believe in them. And I hope you liked my video, and if you did, then please hit the like button and please subscribe to my channel. My name is Nerita, and when I do this readings and when I channel energy, I channel it with the name of Angelica. And I hope you liked the video, and I'm praying and hoping for all the happiness, good energy, lot of love, prosperity and abundance in your life, so that you fulfill all your dreams and have a beautiful life, a life of your dreams. So you are destined for great things, and please believe in yourself. There's a lot of growth coming, and with the Diwali coming in soon, the energy, the astrological alignment is also beautiful. So please keep your energy positive, and next video will be about love and relationship for the month of October. I hope you like my videos. Sending you a lot of love to you. Bye. My cats are sleeping here, and I also want to like do a video.